And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one more time to my channel. I'm basically doing another video, okay? And this time I'm going to see if maybe I can clear the air because apparently and obviously there's too many people in the internet and forums and on the gaming community that you know must not understand either English or when someone's trying to explain something to another said person that doesn't really want to listen and let the explanation be said. Okay. But before I do and start that, I have here a gentleman that many should know. And if you don't, you should make it a point to, because he's a fantastic person and he's a great uh, uh, asset in the gaming community and YouTube and very knowledgeable historian, if you will, very respectful guy, and he has great content. He's joining me, and the only reason that he's joining me is because, to be honest with you, it feels kind of funny to me to do these videos uh, live like this, looking at the camera, and not have really anybody to relate to or talk with, unless there's another person at the other side. And the other two videos, well, the other video I did before the debate, I did it with another person, but he barely was listening, obviously. That's why I'm here. Now, E-Rock, thank you for joining me, okay? Um, Go ahead, you can talk if you want to say anything.
Hey guys, this is Erock 8150, the Don King of Xbox. It's always great to be here with my brother from another mother, Hebot, my Latino brother, and it's always good to be a part of his show. And guys, I got to tell you, this guy's got great content. He's got great views. He's got amazing knowledge. Like his channel, rate and subscribe. And if you like what I got to say, like my channel, Erock 8150, like, rate, and subscribe. We are the new voices of the Xbox community, and we are growing and we are strong, along with Xbox All In, and along with the Welsh Gamer, B Drew
Many others,
1111,
yes.
and many others. Man, you know we're trying
Yes,
to do
shout out to all of them.
we're trying to do this thing, and we're trying to band together. And he's embraced me, and he's one of the bright spots in this community. And it's always a pleasure to be here with him. Always.
Thanks for that. That's very kind of you. Well, at least I'm trying to. This is part of the reason why I'm here anyway. Uh, E-Rock, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to run with you like if I was debating with you, like I did with the gentleman, and I'm going to address certain questions to you and talk to you about these things that I tried to talk to him about because, and when I was speaking to him, what apparently has happened is he decided to roast what they call roast me, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On on the Bang Bang group, right? I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but it's he's one of the admins there, and he has a bunch of other people that are admins that follow him. Most of them are all PC guys, that's fine. Um, but as you know, I started talking with this gentleman, and I'm not going to bring his name up no more. And the reason for that is because I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. For me, with what he did, and to the level he brought it to, he's garbage to me, quite frankly. That's it. That's the bottom line. For me to mention his name is wasting my breath, my time, and giving him uh, views or giving him the satisfaction. That's how I'm looking at it right now. Okay.
I
So I'm not
understand.
going to mention his name. He knows who he is. Okay. All the ones that follow him and that on the thread know who he is. And I'm pretty sure once they see the video or once it gets posted, they'll try to be funny and do whatever it is they want to do because I guess they think that makes them feel special or make them feel like they mean something. Okay, for whatever reason. Anyway, um, the biggest issue is he asked me about multiplayer, and I told him, or I was trying to tell him, that for me, multiplayer is not gaming. Now, of course, there was a lot more that came after that where I tried to, I don't know if you watched the whole debate or not, but I tried to explain to him why I said what I said and what I was trying to imply. He ran with it because everything else that happened in the debate, with, he couldn't do anything about because he kept not answering my questions and just going around it, or trying to be technical or trying to be funny with his friends while he was doing the debate. Okay, and to the point where it got personal. He said, I asked him a question and he said something, and then I said something about that question. We'll get to that a little later. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
the reason why, okay, and I'm going to try to clear this as best as I can. I said to him that multiplayer is not gaming for me, and in my eyes and in my view, is because of this day and age, the day and age that we live in now. Most of the people that are playing any type of multiplayer aspect in any games, okay, they're playing it for competition. What do I mean by that? Well, they're not playing these games to just have fun, which, yes, you can play multiplayer with family, friends, and your children even, and have a good time. And yeah, that's a form of gaming. Multiplayer for me is more for casual gaming because there's really not a real big point to it. It's you're shooting or you're killing and you're accumulating points to see whose team is better than who or what team is better than what. And that's pretty much it. Now, I never said and implied during that conversation, and if anybody that's intelligent enough or mature enough that had sat down and saw the entire video would notice and would have seen that I was trying to explain to him the best I could. But it was very difficult because he was poking, trying to be a clown, and frustrating me while doing it. So, um, on top of that, okay, to be clear, when Tetris first came out, games like Pong back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the only technology that was available to create. That was the only experience that they were able to create because of the fact that there was really the technology was very primitive, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, that was the starting point of gaming, but very quickly you saw how it started to evolve into games like a Pitfall, a Sinister, a Centipede, a Pac-Man, Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Okay. Now, those games were not playing competitively against anybody else.
Like Pong was. No.
Right. Those games were you took a turn and you just played.
Mm-hmm.
If you got the highest score, great. We didn't care if we got the highest score. We cared that we could pass the game, pass the level, and turn over the game, because that's what we used to call it. Turn it over. Remember
Mm-hmm.
when it had to do with numbers? Then
Mm-hmm.
later on, when actual games got endings, like games like a Double Dragon, for example, or something like a Golden Axe or whatever, as time went by, then it became I want to beat the game. I want to end the game, get to the ending. The term changed. Now they tried to be funny on and ran with the whole thing, and they kept saying the same thing, making a mockery, like if I don't realize that it's gaming. It's a form of gaming. But the point why the whole subject started, if you saw the video, is because I told them that most people are just worrying about competition gaming because they want to do something like esports,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you do when you compete in esports?
When
Can you
you
please tell me?
when you compete in esports, from what I've seen from these big esports leagues and these big money leagues, it's a bunch of guys on a computer or on a console. If they set up a bunch of consoles at a huge giant LAN party,
With a
they're, they
LAN party,
yeah,
right?
they are in competition with one another. They are not getting immersed in the story mode. They're not playing the Halo story mode or playing the Unreal Tournament story mode, which
Right.
these esports has been around forever. They are in competition with one another to see who is the
Right.
best.
But
Uh,
what is the the biggest point of it is
Hmm.
to win a purse, right? To
Yeah,
win a
yeah,
purse,
of course.
to win money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad you said that. And that you agree with me, right? I'm not making anything up. I'm not talking crazy, right?
Well, that's the whole point of getting into esports, anyways, to join a team and to win money.
Exactly. Now, my discussion with the gentleman, the debater, right,
Hmm.
was that a real gamer that loves gaming from the heart, that is passionate about games,
Hmm.
not playing a game like a football or basketball, because if you want to do that, you can go outside and play.
Hmm.
It's nice that we have the option to virtually play them in games, but that's not really a video game per se. Okay,
Hmm.
it's a game, but it's not a video game per se, right?
Hmm. It's
My
a
whole argument was, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Madden is a simulation of a sporting competition. So whether
Perfect.
you're playing against a computer or mostly online against a friend, you're competing in a competition. You're immersed in
Perfect.
being in that digital representation of Lincoln Financial Field, but it's not the same as playing Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. No, those are two different things entirely.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you for that. And you hit a very good point that I want to point out. You said you can play with the AI,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
If you're playing Call of Duty on a multiplayer, unless you're playing a set mode, it has many, okay, which was created, I believe, and started with Gears, which they called them bots, right?
Hmm.
You can't play with an AI. You could only play people against people, right?
Correct.
So if you have one team on one side, one team on another side, it's like you're playing. It's a game now, like an actual competitive game. It's something like a football game. You know what I mean? Only difference is you're not
You're
getting paid
shooting
for it,
each other.
right? You
You're
shoot
not.
each other. Now,
Yeah.
what do you get, and what's the point when you're doing that with another person, other than the bragging rights? Because I would love to know what satisfaction you're getting other than bragging rights.
I I I really have no idea because I have a good friend named Kid Smooth, and
Mm-hmm.
he competes on Halo
Shout
a
out to
lot.
Kids Move.
Yeah, Kid Smooth's a man, a good
Mm-hmm.
guy. He competes on the Halo multiplayer a lot, and I've
Mm-hmm.
constantly heard him say, I'm going on the Halo 5 multiplayer tonight to prove that I don't suck. And it's like I'm not knocking it, man. To each his own, but
Right.
it's like a it's
Exactly.
like it's like a it's like a competition to see who's the best and to see who can snipe the quickest and pop shot the fastest.
Right.
Uh,
Right. But they're
th-
doing it for fun. More than Kids Move's case, he's
yeah,
doing
yeah,
it for
he's
fun.
doing it for fun.
Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Key word here, everyone. Key word fun.
Hmm.
He's not doing it for money. My whole discussion with this gentleman was because it got to that point, because that wasn't even the real topic.
Hmm.
It was that competitive gaming is not real gaming, especially when it involves e-sports and money. Because now you're no longer playing for the passion of playing games because it's a hobby that you love. You're playing and making it a business, doing something that you love. Okay, that's I'll go as far as to say that, but you're still now making it a business because you're making money out of it. And my point that I was trying to point out to that gentleman was, is that a real hardcore gamer that grew up in the arcades like me and your son and you
Hmm.
and many others, okay, we challenged each other in games like fighting games, which is Street Fighter, which was the difference because it's one on one. It's
Hmm.
not really 5 on 5, 12 on 12 like in Halo. Okay.
Hmm.
And yes, it's gaming, but it's gaming as long as you're playing it for fun with your friends, family, and buddies and things like that. Or even with the AI if it's available. But if you're playing it for money, I don't consider that gaming. And I had to address this and reiterate it because they try to be funny. Like if me being a gamer that I am, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know any better. Okay. Now I asked them that like I said, to get to my point because I know I sound like a broken record, but it's a lot to try to clear up because people think they're funny when it's not. Because when you're talking about gaming and you're being making funny about it, that's fine. But once you start getting personal and
Mm-hmm.
say stupid things and involve family and say things you shouldn't say, that's a different story. And I'll get to all those things as well. Okay, because he tried to make that look like it was my fault as
Mm-hmm.
well. But we'll get to that. So I said that a real hardcore gamer would not play games to make money competitively, playing multiplayer in sports or esports or something like a League of Legends for that matter, because that's what PC does. So I don't consider them real gamers. I consider them gamers on their own mindset, on their own stage, but that's because they're doing it to make money. Because they don't really care about gaming no more. It's just let's make money. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is my point of view. That is why I say that multiplayer is not real gaming if you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I guess that's the one key word is for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Since everybody wants to be so everybody wants to be Mr. Know It All and wise guys, okay? Which I could care less because I don't know any of them. But I'm trying to clarify that yes, I do know the differences and that I'm not stupid. Now, the real topic of the question and the conversation was I told them because he said to me, you cannot enjoy a real game experience or gaming unless you play it on a PC.
Oh, good grief.
What do you think about that? You're a gamer. You've been playing more than many or most, because I'm not going to say your age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but what would you say to that?
How much? Oh man. Uh,
Oh,
In the words of Clayton Bixby, how much time you got, buddy? Uh, I mean,
well, we got all the time in the world as long as
I
we're
mean,
alive.
I mean,
You don't want to drag it and get old
I,
and
I,
make it
I,
get old.
I, I, I had a PC back in 2000. Uh, not
Mm-hmm.
a laptop, a tower.
Mm-hmm.
I tried PC gaming. I had Unreal Tournament. I had a port of a multi-platform game called Driver. I
Mm-hmm.
had a game called Giants Citizen Kabuki. I forgot the name of it. I did not enjoy PC gaming. I did not enjoy PC
Okay.
gaming. And I'm almost positive that in 2000, 2001, that PC had high resolutions and high frame rate for its time. But
Right.
for me personally, those
You mean
PC
compared to
games,
console,
yeah,
right? Because
but
we
here's
got
the
to be
thing.
specific here
But,
because we got a lot of
yeah,
babies listening.
yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
here's the thing. I'm just going by my experience. Those
Mm-hmm.
PC games that I had were only a stopgap until I could
Mm-hmm.
finally get the PlayStation 2 in the summer of 2001. When I got the PlayStation 2 in the summer of 2001, I never touched the PC again. That's just
Okay.
me. That's just me. And I had no idea what resolution those PlayStation games were running at. I'm sure they were
Mm-hmm.
sub 720p, 30 frames per second frame rates. It didn't matter. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed playing on a console more than I enjoyed playing on a PC. Every time I turned
Right.
around, Unreal Tournament needed to get new drivers. Every time I turned around, Unreal Tournament
Mm-hmm.
needed a new update. Every time I turned around, the Giant Citizen game needed new drivers or needed an update. It just wasn't fun for me.
It wasn't fun for you. Exactly.
It felt more organic for me to be on a console. I didn't care about the resolution. I just cared about
Mm-hmm.
a stable frame rate, the game
Mm-hmm.
ran, and that I didn't have to worry about constant updates. That's why I game on a console. But that's just
Right.
me.
Right. And I'm pretty sure the hassle of having to tweak it up yourself sometimes is probably a hassle as well, right?
Well, it got to the point where I mean, I had a friend who was telling me that he was going to tweak my computer in 2000 to, and I had to buy this and buy that, and the new graphics card was coming out. And at that time, I was already looking at the OG Xbox, and I said, "Dude, you know what? Excuse my French, but fuck that damn computer, man. I just didn't feel like it. I just said,
Right.
why he bought was I going to keep buying a new graphics card
Mm-hmm.
and keep updating these new drivers and doing all of this
Mm-hmm.
stuff and new sound card when the
Mm-hmm.
games that I wanted to play were on the OG Xbox.
Okay.
It just for me it just didn't make any sense.
Right. Okay. And I'm glad you said that because in your case, you were first a PC gamer and then, or not first a PC gamer, but you were PC gaming for a while,
I
and
try
then
I tried
you
it out
tried,
like yeah.
and then you migrated to console, and you just love the ease of it, the how accessibility of it, the fact that you don't have you just put the game in and you play, right?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
I see people make a big deal about the high resolutions. We had known about the high resolutions and frame rates back in 2001, 2002. We had known
Right.
about that
Right.
back then.
But let's get this out of the way before anybody says that we missed the point.
Hmm.
To the audience, every console gamer, or at least the majority, if we have the ability to play a game at a higher frame rate, we will choose the frame rate. Let's be clear. Now, the fact that games have become so elaborate and so more and a lot more demanding because they gotten bigger and a lot more complex, obvious, okay? Um, that ball game changed because now to make consoles that are somewhat affordable but with good specs that give you a nice high quality experience, they have to cut some corners. I understand that. But I have played many games in 30 frames since the 360 era and before that.
Hmm.
And if the game was optimized correctly, like I pointed out to the gentleman when I debated him, or tried to debate him, because that was not much of a debate, but tried, I told him as long as it's optimized for set console, the game will be fun. Because I've had
Hmm.
so because if that's the case, then I haven't had fun for almost 33 years since 1983.
Hmm.
Okay, that Nintendo came out, right? Wasn't that's not correct? Nintendo, right? It was 1983, something like that. Maybe a little later. I don't know,
I
but
know 1983 was the video game crash. Atari had bit the
the
dust.
crash, right? Well,
Uh,
since the era of Nintendo,
yeah,
84, 85, something like
that's
that.
right. That's right.
The point the point I'm trying to say is it's been about 33, 31 years, whatever, something
Hmm.
to that.
Hmm. Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We don't have to
Yeah,
be so technical.
yeah.
If if we're adults,
Hmm.
keyword adults,
Hmm.
an adult understands what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now, we got it, and then we this went back and forth, and then he went from one point to another, back and forth when he started talking about this, and started talking about getting a computer for this $100 more, getting this, getting that. When I explained to him, and here's the biggest thing: we made the debate, and the first thing he said is he didn't have a camera. I told him that I was going to show my face the whole time because the day before I did a video addressing him and everybody else that was, cheering him on, the admins over there, because I don't have nothing to hide. I'm a grown man. I
Hmm.
never did. I never will. I don't have to hide. And I told him my own personal life. I have a family, kids, disabled children. I'm not embarrassed to say that. Why? Why should I? It's my life. Who cares if they have better lives, more money, or they think that their life is better? That don't make me. It's not my life. So then he went into the whole pricing. Now, let me tell you something. We got into a whole big debate because I don't want to go through the whole shebang, and I'm pretty sure you probably saw it. And he came to the point where he was saying all about, that if you want to run games at the highest quality, you could do it affordable, which is a bunch of crock of shit because a 4K TV, well, not TV, a monitor, okay,
Hmm.
alone, right now, the cheapest right now is $500.
Shit.
Just the monitor. Okay. And on top of that, okay, we didn't talk about, and then he said he got a 4K card, right? And this 4K card that he got, right, he paid on sale, mind you, keyword, because he didn't bring none of these things up when he was talking about me. He was just trying to make me look like a fool, saying that I call multiplayer is not gaming. Okay, and I hope that with what I said with you, I clarified that. Okay, that a
Mm-hmm.
real gamer, I'll reiterate again, that is a hardcore gamer and enjoys gaming for the love of gaming, is not going to play multiplayer competitively for money. The same way he won't play a game just because of frame rates or resolution, right? I, I mean, have I confused you so far or no?
No, you haven't confused me.
Oh, great, great, great. Because according to what I was saying to the people that were all following him, oh, it was mass hysteria. Oh my God, it was incredibly funny. I confused them to the point where, oh my God, I don't know what you were saying. He was saying this, so gaming and tech. Let me tell you something. Let me be real here. If Nintendo would have never came out with the evolution of gaming, there would be no PC right now. There would be no console saved PC market. Okay? The console market.
Mm-hmm.
And the privilege of owning a console is that we buy these consoles to have exclusives.
Yes.
And shout out to Kaleidoscope. He did a video the other day speaking to another gentleman on the YouTube community where he
Mm-hmm.
said last generation between PS3, 360, and the Wii U, it was a total of almost 500 million people on consoles. Now, PC is up to 127 million install base according to Steam, right? But that market has grown since the time that PC started getting into gaming, which probably was around the same era or a couple of years later after Nintendo and, you know, Sega came out. So
Right.
it took them almost 30 years
Mm-hmm.
to establish that type of, you know, that type of following. And still, I guarantee you that those 127 people with those Steam accounts are not buying games that are AAA titles or big games. They're probably buying them for the little games and, you know, that they want to just have pass through or stuff like that. I'm not saying all, okay, let's be specific. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying all, but a good majority, okay, to reword myself correctly, because apparently everybody on YouTube that was in that admin group or that's on those social groups, they're retarded. They don't understand the English language, or they're not mature. I don't know which one is. So, on top of that, we're not talking about you know, we never brought. I never brought him the issue. Okay, that when you get computers, excuse me, somebody's texting me. I'm so sorry. That when we're gaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to take into consideration that when you buy a PC, okay, he was talking about the graphic card. Okay, we didn't talk about the cost of the case. We didn't talk about the cost of the motherboard, the CPU, the power supply, and you know the monitor, a lot of other things, keyboard, mouse, all that. Because if you're buying it separately in pieces, because according to what he was saying, buying it in pieces, it comes out cheaper. And I explained to him that if you are a technician, you have that privilege
Mm-hmm.
because you know how to build a rig, right? The mass market in gaming, regardless whether they want to game on PC, don't know how to do this. So he tried to be funny and said, "Oh, it's as easy as building Legos." That right there, you knew how self-centered he was.
It's always
It's,
supposed to be easy to the PC master race. It's always supposed to
it's,
be easy.
it's easy to anybody. It's like a mechanic. If you're a mechanic and you know what you're doing, of course it's easy to the mechanic. But if I go fix it, I'm not a mechanic. I'm gonna fuck something up. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, well,
I
guess
may
what?
have a vague idea. I may have a vague idea, but I'm not gonna know what to do. I'm not a mechanic, right?
It, it was a pain in the ass to me back in the early 2000s, which is why I stuck with consoles. But once again, that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Just me.
Right, exactly. Now, here's the other thing. He's trying to make fun because I put up my certificate that I got in 1997. as a computer tech. So
Mm-hmm.
let me reread it just to entertain all the idiots. It was a certificate for computer service technology program and programmer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which basically means for programming, which had to do with networking, and technician as far as building and structuring the technical aspects of building a computer and fixing it, like the hard drive, the memory. That's another thing. We didn't even mention memory. Okay, so I wanted to entertain them and reread it because I was reading it backwards, right? It was in
Mm-hmm.
front of me. So I just read it the way it looked like, because it was really quick. And so because I didn't really correct it, he posted that up as well. And say, look, dumbass didn't even read what it said correctly. Okay, because he went that far. And mind you, he said it's not that serious. This is about gaming. But all he kept doing was trying to insult me and trying to embarrass me the best way he knew how, doing memes with his buddies and saying stupid things. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Erock, I don't know if you saw the whole debate. The point was the debate didn't get anywhere. He never wanted to give me a set answer, you know, because if you listen to a piece when I was talking to him. Let me see if I can put it on real quick. Let me see when he's asking me about the Tetris. Can you hear that? There wasn't any. So there wasn't any.
Why is he yelling?
No, that was me. Listen to what he said. There was a story for Tetris. Tetris was out. It was utilizing what was available to run it when it came out. What did I say? Run it, right? When it came out. It was the super powerful computers. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
I said, or were they super powerful computers, right? I asked him that question because not until we got powerful technology was it that gaming evolved and we were able to have these gaming worlds and stories and games with stories, right?
True.
That's what I asked him. But then he goes and says, he goes, do you realize, you do realize that people still play Tetris today?
To this day.
And I said, you're right. But you're mixing one thing with another, meaning he was trying to say that it is a game because you can play it. When I was trying to point out to him that the reason why Tetris was out at that set time when it originally came out was because that was the only technology that was available to create that set type of game.
Yeah. Some Russian.
Had it been now,
Mm-hmm.
obviously we would probably never had gaming started the way it started with the technology we have now. We would have never had any of that other bullshit. We'd have just had big games right from the jump. Okay, but he was trying to be a wise guy. I'm just let you hear that as an example of what he's. Every time I asked something, he never answered. He just said, "Oh, you do realize that people still play Tetris today?" And they put up a 3-minute video and only put up the part when he asked me. So multiplayer is not gaming. I said no. But then after that, a lot more things were said, and they forgot to put it in because obviously, I didn't say or try to specify myself. Because I'm not, I'm retarded. I
Mm-hmm.
don't realize that multiplayer is a game, but is a different type of game. We have a casual game, and casual gaming would be multiplayer because if you buy a game, it has a story mode, and it comes to multiplayer. But multiplayer is supposed to be the filler. It's supposed to be what you could do after you beat the game to give you something extra to do
That
to give it more
that
value.
that's what it. That's what it used to be. That's what it used to be as
Right,
recently
exactly.
as eight
That's what it
years
used to
ago.
be with the filler.
But I don't know what happened where these companies that make Call of Duty they turned multiplayer into the main course and they've totally
And that's
alien.
okay if people like it. That's okay if people like it. But
Yeah, but
again,
you
specific.
alienated people like
Right.
me who want to be immersed in a gaming experience. I don't want
Right.
to,
You're alienating a whole lot of people like you and like me. Exactly. Exactly. That is why I refused, and I did refuse to buy Star Wars. And I did buy Star Wars, and the only reason I bought Star Wars was because somebody was selling it because they were mad that it didn't have a story, and I knew this person, and I bought it from them. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, to get to the point that I'm trying to bring, okay? Again, if you're playing multiplayer to have fun with friends, family, or your buddy, or just with the AI if it's available, then that's fine. But if you're playing, this is the third time I'm saying it. So if I hear any videos or anybody trying to say I didn't specify myself, I know I specified myself, and I have witnessed this time around. Live on my same channel. If you're playing for money, I don't consider you a hard-nosed, hardcore gamer that loves gaming. And you could enjoy playing multiplayer, being a hardcore gamer, as long as you only play it for fun. Okay?
Here in the hood,
Can you
man.
play from? Yeah, go ahead.
Here in the hood, at the local barbershops, and I got a buddy next door who I gave him my old Xbox 360. I gave him my PlayStation 3 a couple of years ago, and the games it had on it, and he will not play those games. He will not play any of that stuff.
Right,
He won't play
right,
Crash Bandicoot. He won't play the God of War demo that came with the PS3. He won't play anything but Madden. And we get together, we have a couple of beers, a couple of other guys come over. If they got money, they'll put a couple of dollars for beer into the pot. And what happens
right,
is we'll play 5-minute quarters to see who can beat each other and get that pot. Those guys don't consider themselves gamers. They consider
right,
themselves Madden ballers. But
right. They just do it for the hustle,
you you
just to
you
have some hustle, right?
you listen, excuse my French. You not getting them niggas to play Fable. That ain't happening. You not it ain't going down, bro.
That's
It
funny.
ain't
That's
going.
funny.
You not getting them to play Ra Cinnamon. So it's a different. It's just a different mentality going on. I know somebody will say, "Well, E, how can you not call your boys gamers?"
Right, right,
They're not. If I start telling them about Rise of the Tomb Raider, they'll look at me like, man, what's the matter with you, man? Pick up
right,
them
right,
sticks and let's get on this Madden, get this money. It's a
right.
different, it's a different,
Well,
it's a
it's
different,
funny because. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, getting to the whole multiplayer thing, man, there was a game that came out in 2014 called Titanfall. And Titanfall was
Hmm.
very well done, very well done. I
Yes.
enjoyed what
Yes.
they did, making a multiplayer game sort of have a story mode, but
It has
but
the illusion.
the
Right. The
illusion of a
illusion of a story mode.
but the bottom
Hmm.
line is that game, as great as it was, as good a job as that development team did, that game kind of wore off on me quick because
Just
everything
didn't
is
have
pre-
enough shelf life. Right.
everything is predicated on how good you are. Well, the reason why you getting killed so quick is because you're not good. And well, the reason why you no good is because you letting these guys is camping out on you, and they up at a hot spot rifling a sniper in you, and you got to learn to keep moving and keep parkouring. And to me, I can't get immersed. I couldn't get immersed in the Titanfall world because I was always running and always worried about somebody camping out and sniping me from a distance because it wasn't a game to them. It was a fucking competition. Are you feeling me?
Right. Right. Right.
So I got
I
turned.
feel you. For I
I,
feel
I,
you. Said. Now
I
let me
got
ask you a better question.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Finish
got
up.
turned. I got turned off from the Titanfall experience because of that. You know,
Right.
uh, maybe it's just me, man. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. You there,
Right.
bro?
Right. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. It's just I kind of muted real quick. My wife said something to me, and I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to have her voice on. Right. And I'm glad you said that because let me ask you this question: you really think that if they do, or it's not a matter of if, I'm pretty sure they are. When they do Titanfall 2, you think they'll do Titanfall 2 to be a multiplayer only game, or do you think they'll put stories?
I'm hoping they put a story in it, but I mean, just having it be all multiplayer, it worked for them
All of it.
before, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it again. And I can honestly see a bad trend happening. I can see Call of Duty, which I don't like anymore either. I can see Call of Duty going in that direction. I
Right.
mean, I'm gonna put it to you like this, Hebot.
But for Call of Duty, not
When
for nothing, not for
when
nothing,
hmm
not for nothing.
hmm
80%, according to what they say of the studies, right?
hmm
Almost 80% of all the Call of Duty players only play multiplayer. That's what they said.
wow, wow,
Only 80%. So the other 20,
are
which
playing are
are the
playing
ones
the
playing
story
the
mode.
campaign, are the true, love of gamers, like those gamers that really love gaming. Because not only they play the story, then they play the multiplayer as well. Because that was a bonus. That was like the extra just to give the game longevity until the next game came out. That's basically why multiplayer was designed. And when we had those LANs and parties playing GoldenEye, that shit was phenomenal. But it was because we were together in a party having fun, socializing.
hmm
When you're playing online, it's not really socializing because you talk on these earbuds. Yeah, okay, fine. It's nothing. The experience is nothing like being in an arcade, talking with your friends, taking turns, touting stories. Okay, same
hmm
thing like we did those LAN parties from Halo to where it started with GoldenEye. Those
hmm
parties were great, but they were great not just because of the gaming experience. They were great because we be friends, we became social, and it was
hmm
one on one in real life. It
hmm
wasn't made up shit.
hmm
And and I'm glad you say that. One of the other that it's stupid because we pay for Xbox Live. Now, 43.
You breaking up, Hebot?
I said 43 million people on Xbox Live, right?
hmm
Because the one of the points that we were talking about, and he wanted to put free. So, but he even admitted himself on the thread. It's not that great. So basically, as long as he's getting something, he don't care if it's shit. I think most people for of ease in their
Hebot,
mind.
Hebot, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You breaking up real bad. Are you downloading anything, or is anything like booting into your computer, or any downloads going on?
No, absolutely not. Could you hear me now?
Okay, now you sound good. Now you sound good.
Okay, I can repeat myself. Basically, what I said that one of the topics that we were talking about was that he was saying that we're stupid for playing for Xbox Live because they get it free. And I said to him, so 43 million people, I guess, are stupid or dumb, right? Based on those numbers. The difference is we're getting quality security.
I'm.
Most people, I believe, will rather have quality security and pay a little for it, even if it's every year,
hmm
than not to have great security and have nowhere to go, like customer service. And he even admitted himself on the thread that the customer service for Steam was really bad or not that great. So I guess he'd rather have it free, even if it's not great, because the keyword here is free. The same way that I wanted to bring up that a lot of reasons that why people don't pay for PC is because when the PC movement started with gaming, it was very small. It wasn't nothing compared to console. So there was no reason and there was no way for them to even have to charge because it wasn't gonna be no profit. It wasn't worth it. But because it's been like this for so long and it took so long to establish such a big PC market in the gaming space, it's too late for them to charge. Understand?
You
Because they
you
know
can't
you're not gonna do it
you can't start charging people for something they've been
after
getting for
almost 30
free.
years.
And that's why this new Electronic Arts uh, service that's coming to PC, that's going to have difficulties over there, because I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not going to knock the PC gamers, but I've got a friend who's from the LTG podcast who's a PC gamer,
Hmm.
and they're used to getting things for free or for nothing at all. So I
Right.
mean, you cannot retrain these people. It's not happening.
Right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You got to remember, okay? Here's the thing. You got to remember that most of these guys, and I'm not saying all, so no disrespect to the PC community. I said most. They pirate it anyway. They don't want to pay. Didn't they just jailbreak the Metal Gear Solid? So they didn't have to pay for the microtransaction? Didn't
that's
they just do that?
that's the big fun of the P. That's why they love PC gaming. They don't want to
Exactly.
they don't want to own up to it, but I mean,
And then when they play online, there's no control environment. Because if you're playing with somebody that's playing on a rig that can run 125 frames per second at 4K while you're playing at 720p, 60 frames per second, or even 1080p at 60 frames per second,
mm-hmm.
he's going to kill you. You have no choice. You have no chance. There's no set controlled environment. And when you pay for any console online, with online itself, to run multiplayer games, it's controlled. No one can cheat. You're paying for security of your privacy, of your accounts. No one can just jump in there and break into it and steal it. If that happens in the PC space, I don't know what you can do because I don't even know if there's something set up for that. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's another thing. During the debate, I said I could be wrong on a couple of occasions, but he tried to act like I was saying it as that was facts, and I was saying that it was facts. So, okay, plus I also told him we get free games every month. We get 4 games.
4 games.
It's kind of like a renting model. It is because if the Xbox Live 60 games, but I also tried to explain to him that Phil Spencer was very vocal about that, and he said that once they had a bigger library set on the Xbox One, the same practices of the 360 with the game model will come over. Meaning that when you buy a game, even if it's delisted from that marketplace, as long as it's down in your information, it stays with you. It doesn't go away. You keep it forever. I have about 4 delisted games. One being Voltron, Scott Pilgrim, Ninja Turtles Arcade, and I have the Warriors, I believe. But I haven't been able to access it because I forgot my what you call it, my gamer tag password for that one particular one that I created. Because when I was first got 360, obviously they gave you that promotion to get free gold for 3 months, but you had to create different accounts with different emails and different passwords. And I didn't remember all of them. I didn't write them down. I forgot some, so I lost some of that stuff. Which comes also to another point that they were trying to point out that I wasn't a gamer because I would refuse to show them my gamer tag. Which the reality is, I don't have to show it to anybody unless you're my friend. I don't have to prove to you if I'm a gamer or not because if you don't want to believe it, I don't care. But if you ask me a game question about any games, I'm pretty sure as long as it's console based and maybe even PC based, if it's not too far off, I can tell you probably from the developer all the way down to the ending credits to the fake ending to the real ending. Okay, whatever the case may be. The point is, I don't have to explain myself to a bunch of retards.
Oh, you have to. Let me explain. That's the mentality he bought of what's going on in gaming now. You
Right,
you
right,
you
right.
you have to prove that you belong in the conversation now. It's not enough that they trust your decades of gaming experience, your decades of joy you've had with gaming. Uh, your gamer score's got to be up in the millions, and you have to have a list of games that go on forever. Let me tell you what happened to me today. I made a very controversial video that's up now on my YouTube page. And so one of the guys in one of the gaming groups is like, well, you're not a real gamer because I checked out your gamer score and I saw your list of games and you didn't finish a lot of your games and you don't have a whole lot of achievements and blah, 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 blah. And I said to this guy, I said, dude, let me get this straight. You took the time out of your day to go look at another man's games and
Mm-hmm.
gamer score
That's another thing.
and see how
Keeping
he's living.
right, right.
I said
That's another thing.
that's not weird much, is it, bro? Well, well,
Right,
well, well,
exactly.
well, well. You're trying to say it's on some type of gay thing, and I'm like, dude, listen. From your mouth to God's ears, I just
Mm,
I
what
game
else do you think it looks like?
I love gaming. I game as a hobby, but the fact that you took it that serious to want a dude's gamer score,
Mhm.
to want a dude's you know names and to go check what games he played. That's just odd to me that it's that
Right.
deep. It's that deep with these cats now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And here's the thing: you can have a bunch of games, a bunch of games, but if you have a family, if you have a real steady life, meaning that it's an everyday routine, and you can't go around it. You can only play when you have time. That doesn't mean that you're not a gamer. You don't want to play. You see what I'm saying? So if you put it this way, ask, let me ask you this question: how many people do have a million gamer scores on Xbox Live?
Man,
Two.
to hell if I know. These guys act like this
I only know
is.
Stallion, and then there's the gentleman called I think Randall Thor. He's almost there, as far as I know. And there was another guy. I forgot his name, but I think there's only two, maybe three. I could be wrong. I don't keep up with that stuff because that's irrelevant to me. For me, achievements don't mean shit. They're just a hobby, something else you can pay attention to if you like it. I don't give a fuck about no achievements. You think I'm gonna sit there, play a game, and beat it? And if I'm missing 50 achievements, I'm gonna care to go get them just because they're online or because they want me to play a board all over again without dying? Who gives a fuck? I don't. More power to the ones who like it. I just don't. That don't prove anything. Doesn't mean I'm not a gamer. It just means I got better things to do in my life when I'm playing games. I'd rather move on to the next game because playing games to me, period, is a privilege.
It's a
Being here
privilege.
talking with you right now is a privilege.
It's a privilege and it's a hobby. And when you start getting into this PC master race nonsense and getting in all of this, checking out guys' gamer scores, it just starts getting weird. I mean, the dude
Oh
was
no,
like,
exactly.
it says that you started a game like Watch Dogs and didn't finish it. Well, because I
Hmm.
thought Watch Dogs was garbage, and
Right.
I've got much better things to do on my time off, like
At the very
play
least,
like
Watch Dogs was mediocre. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
mediocre. And I've got better things to do, like play Rise of the Tomb Raider, which thanks to Hebot, I've been playing for months. And the reason why I've taken so long to finish Rise of the Tomb Raider is because I'm playing through it very slowly. I want to discover
Right.
everything, every secret. I want to soak in this Lara Croft adventure because I don't know if there'll be another one. And I'm just totally
Is
immersed
that all
in
the
this.
games?
What's that?
No, no,
Oh,
sorry.
oh,
I
oh,
asked my son.
okay.
Is that all the games? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like to get immersed in a game. There's some guys
Mhm.
out there, some big YouTubers and some of these gamers who buy games, rush through them, and then they're done. Get it? I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer because I finished all these games. I'm like, dude, like,
Listen, I'm
what?
pretty sure if everybody that's a gamer has the time to beat all these games, they will. Because we pay money for them. Why wouldn't we finish them? That's just, I mean, that's common sense, right?
Look,
Why wouldn't
man, me and you got a life. I don't know about
we?
anybody else,
Exactly.
but
And many
I,
others. And many others.
I don't I do not have time to sit and game every day, but when I do sit down and game, I want to be immersed, and that's why I'm
Right.
still playing. I'm literally walking around in that place in Russia, looking at stuff, looking at trees, trying to find clues about the prophet. I'm walking around. I'm soaking in this world that Crystal Dynamics has created. I'm not trying to rush through the game. I'm trying to
Right.
make it
Here's
last
another
as,
thing.
as
I don't know
for
what is why is the everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no
It's
problem.
just the thought came to my head. That's another thing. I don't understand why everybody wants to rush and beat games if you're supposed to enjoy them. What's the point of? Why do you have to beat it in order to prove something? To who?
Thank you.
Nobody. To
Thank
yourself?
you.
You're supposed to
Thank you.
soak in the experience and enjoy it. And okay, you can do that by you know what? Not for nothing, by playing multiplayer. You can do that. Okay, a game like Tomb Raider doesn't have it, which is fine. But you can play other games that do have it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, again, like I was saying, um, basically, okay, um, the other thing is that they think that that they're supposed to get that free because that's the way it should be because they pay for, I guess, for the cable service to provide the internet. But
Mm-hmm.
but what you got to understand is then how does these places that hold these servers maintain them? That's why a lot of the servers that are free on PC, as far as what I've heard from many people, that's not wrong, is that these servers are not great, and the ones that are decent, they're not really always, I guess, big lobbies. In other words, Battlefield, for what I understand, if you want really good servers to hold all those people playing at the same time, you need the good servers. You have to pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if I'm wrong, anybody that sees can put in the comment if I'm wrong. The point is, as far as I know, that's what that's how it works. The same way, you know, we're paying for something, but we have privileges. Like the camera came with the Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can do voice control stuff, which I don't think you can do that on anything with PC. And if you do, I don't know how much it will cost you extra. You also have the privilege that you can use that camera to Skype, Twitter, when you Twitch. I mean Twitch. You Twitch video gaming. You do your Let's Plays, right? And even simple things like when you upload videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
With a green screen technology, which is all in 1080p with the highest quality that the camera has, which I also think is a bonus. So if I pay $500 for the console, at least I'm getting the whole package all at once, which is a good thing. And he brought up the fact that a 360 had uh, all these features that are not on Xbox. I said yes, they do. They don't. You're right. But I was trying to ask him why. Why? He would go around. And I told him when he finally answered it, because of the DRMs. Once Microsoft had to reconstruct the interface for Xbox One because of the backlash with the DRMs,
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft had to reconstruct it and start all over from scratch. And that is why a lot of features are missing because it was designed to work the way it was originally, being always online, doing the checkups with the DRMs. Many people don't agree. Okay, fine. But that's what has come to this point. Almost everything right now is online only.
Your phone is always online. Your cable box is always online. Your
Or even on
life,
the consoles now. All these
yeah.
games, there's some games you can't play unless you're online. You can only get your updates all the time if you're online.
The
And
net,
not
the
only do you have a good connection and service with your cable provider, you also have to have a good router. You
I got
understand?
I got news for
And
all
I
you
know it's
guys.
costly. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the exception of Nintendo, the next consoles in 2019 are going to be always online. You might as well get ready
Probably
for it.
so. Yeah.
All of this
Probably so.
bitching and crying and moaning you guys did this generation was all for nothing. The next consoles
Right.
are going to be
Right.
always online. I can guarantee it. All you've done, they, they they're going to DRM on consoles is going to happen. All you guys did
Right.
by bitching and moaning was delayed the inevitable.
Right.
You kept game stop in business for another 5 years. All you've done is delay the inevitable. DRM
Right.
is coming. Uh, PC users have had it for years, for years. But it tried to come to one console, and you guys had a fucking fit. Oh man, just don't get me started. I digress.
Right. Right. And again, like I said, do I know all the ins and outs of PC? No, of course not. The point that I tried to say is that not everybody can afford PC lifestyle, PC game. Okay, you can't. You just don't. That's the reality of it. It's
That's why you
expensive,
buy. That's why you buy a console and be done with it.
right? That's the reason why people choose consoles. Plus, it's a bigger market. Plus, consoles get a lot of exclusives. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying PC don't, and the PC don't have more exclusive, but the ones they do are mostly just like smaller, independent games. They do have AAAs, but they're like, to certain set markets. Okay, so okay, um, just for the hell of it, I got a couple of games here. Look, see, I got Rare Replay
Mm-hmm.
on my Xbox. See, I have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is really my son's.
Mm-hmm.
I got something like Fallout. You see,
Mm-hmm.
Fallout. You know, I have the game you said, like you said. Look, so I know Watch Dogs. You
Watch
see,
Dogs.
Watch
Mm-hmm.
Dogs. I have, and this is just a few. I have the Metal Gear Solid. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm only showing these because you're here and you're a gentleman. So, Rise, you love
Rise to
that
the
game.
room.
Rise
Yes.
of the
Yes.
Room. You know, and look, it's not like I don't play Call of Duty. Look, Call of Duty Ghosts. See,
Mm-hmm.
I have Dark Souls 2.
Nice.
See, okay, which tries to run on 60 frames, I believe. With the patch they did, it is 60 frames, and it's on console. I mean, it's an older engine, so I don't see why it shouldn't. But um, it dips from time to time, but I don't lose fun playing it. I still do. There you go. I have Dead Rising 3.
Mm-hmm.
See, Dead Rising 3. And these are just my physical games, obviously. You see, I have Blaze Blue,
Mm-hmm.
Japanese style. All right. Let's see. It's hard for wasting your time, but
Oh man,
yeah,
can you
there's a
explain
point to this.
Wolfenstein? Mm-hmm.
Wolfenstein. See, I have Toy Stories, and this game I bought because I'm a big He-Man fan. As you see, He-Man's there. By the way, they put an update for iDark with He-Man in iDark for free.
Nice.
Look,
Nice.
Borderland, the complete edition, which was redone and it's in 60 frames for the Xbox. Okay, I have Tomb Raider, the original first.
That was a masterpiece.
Yeah, very good game. Loved it. Loved it. The Halo Master Chief Collection. You see, I mean
Mm-hmm.
the Halo 5 collection,
Mm-hmm.
which is the big one, the more expensive one. I have Unity, which is also my son. He's a big Assassin's Creed fan. I have Dying Light. I hope you're counting, Ira.
I'm looking at this.
I hope you. Okay, I have. Let's see, Forza 5.
Damn.
I just bought Disney Infinity on this thing is amazing with the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I spent like $210. It was with all the characters and stuff in it. Look, I have
They
two more. You see that?
masterpiece. Masterpiece.
Okay. Yes, I like physical games.
Oh, Mad Max. I
See,
heard that was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far. I haven't gotten far enough, but Just Cause Day One,
Mm-hmm.
Halo Master Chief Collection. Okay. Let me see if I can get here a little closer. I got a couple more. I got Need for Speed, you see?
Damn.
I have Forza 2, which I love very much. Oh, yeah, look, Battlefront. Destiny, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Multiplayer game only that only got the story mode a year later. Okay. Black Ops 3. Let's see what else I have here. I got Resident Evil,
Jeez.
Revelations 2, and the Sunset Overdrive, which he played
Oh,
only
I
for an
love
hour.
that. I love
He
that.
played it an hour, and said, "Fuck that! I don't have to play a game if I didn't like it within the hour." I said, "Yeah, but you can't tell somebody a game sucks if you didn't play the whole game."
Truth.
That was my point. Not that he had to play it, that he can't give an opinion that is valid about the game because he didn't play the whole game. Batman, you see? And I got the season pass with it just recently. Darksiders 2, which I had on 360, but since I heard it was coming out, I thought they might have did a better job. So since I love it so much, I bought it. It was only $30. I got 25, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, but whatever. I got look Lego Hobbits,
Damn.
See, Lego Hobbit. Devil May Cry, which I bought, which I had on 360 and got pretty far in it. Bought it again because of the fact that the game actually is running on 60 frames. And because of that, I made the jump and chose to buy. Plus, it was like $40, I think it was. Transformers Devastation, another amazing game.
Wow.
I have, let's see, Shadow Warrior. I have Battlefield, Hardlines, you see. I have Alien Isolation.
Damn.
I have Metro. Look, Metro. I have Evil Within. See, that's just my library I have physically for the Xbox One. Now, digitally, I have all crap all the games too. But sure, let's be funny. Let's be a little funny here. Since these guys say, I'm not a gamer. I don't have games. They know me. Shot Show. They know who I am. How many years I've been living. Look, other than the fact that I told them I was 40. I have Mickey Mouse for the Wii U. Look, Epic Mickey, which I've been playing heavily recently, actually. I got Rygar, the remake of PS2. Rygar for the Wii. See? Jumbo Safari from Sega. You see that arcade game, which probably a lot of them don't know. The reboot of Knights.
Wow.
See, this was just sitting on my floor. It's a bag that was just sitting on my floor. Metroid Other M. Klonoa.
Klonoa. That was a PlayStation. Wow.
Sin and Punishment 2. That's not counting also the digital games I have from Wii 1 and Wii U. Silent Hill, Shattered Memories. Look. Ooh, Metal Gear Solid. No, Metal Slug Anthology. All the Metal Slugs, 1 through 7. Kirby or Epic Yarn. Donkey Kong Returns. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Look. Alien Syndrome Redrun. Urimasa, which is coming out now again, I believe, for the PS4, and it's been out for years.
Oh, is that wait. Oh,
Murimasa.
Moriyamasha, the Demon Blade.
Yeah, the Demon Blade. Murimasa.
Dude, man, I prayed that would come to the 360. It never happened. That game looked awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's very beautiful. Very artistic.
Beautiful 2D art set.
Another thing we were trying to say was that I was not counting indie games. If there's a quality indie game, is one thing, like an Ori or an Inside or Castle Crashers or Marlow Briggs. That's different. But if it's an indie game that looks like Super Meat Boy that could run on Atari, that's not why I buy a $400 and $500 console. Okay? And a person that plays on PC shouldn't want to buy an expensive PC to play those type of games either. I know I wouldn't. Look at this, Devil's Third. Tobunobu Itagaki's new game, only available on the Wii U. Is it his best? No, because you can tell he had budget constraints. But it's the creator of Ninja Gaiden. And as I said before, one of my favorite genres is hack and slash and beat 'em ups. I got Sonic Boom, even though the game was broken, but I still bought it. I played it. Because I don't buy games, you see, Mr. Erock?
Damn.
Platoon. I got Zombie U. I don't have to buy it again on the Xbox One because I already have it. And I have something like Bayonetta. And that's just a few. That's just a few that I have laying around. Okay. Now, here's the funniest thing. He told me I'm not a gamer or that maybe I'm lying. But if you go to my channel, you see that I have all of my games or most of my games in different segments that I did, showing them all for different reasons. I just did a 4-part piece about why and what are the differences with backwards compatibility based off the PS4's PlayStation 2 version and PSN Now and the Xbox 360 to Xbox One. And I explained why. And it was in 4 parts because it was just the subject was too long, so I couldn't show all my stuff. And I just have way too many games. And a lot of the games I saw digitally, I had even deleted. And even at that point, I had over 200 something. And I forgot that I had a bunch deleted. I have like 300 games. And he tried to tell me that I was bullshitting. He wanted me to actually get up at that moment in the debate and show it to him. Like if I had the time to do that and go through all that hassle, I wasn't going to do that. It's right on my channel. How you call me a fraud or try to call me a phony? I'm not a gamer because I don't show you my gamer tag. Okay. because of the fact that I'm not a gamer, right? And then I have this bag here. I should have another bag here. This bag it's full of Wii games right here. Look, as you can see. Look, because I'm not gonna take every single one. That's just what I have around laying close by, right? To get to my point. All right. So I wanted to touch base on that point. That I do have games. I am a gamer, and you don't need to see my gamer tag for me to prove that. Also, these things here, they call them nerds because they're orange. But if anybody knows that symbol and is smart, knows that that means the rebel symbol. They're from Star Wars. And they are turtle beaches.
Start
You can see that, right?
the symbol that was used in honor of the sacrifice
that,
from
right?
the symbol that the Rebel Alliance decided to use in honor of
Because,
Star Killer.
exactly, because they were arguing. Oh, look at, they even made that into a funny set. Tried to make it to a funny set. He got Nerf's headsets. That's why the bad quality. When they have no idea why I have bad quality, because I don't even know. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to drag this point on. Now I want to get to the real meat of the situation, and that's the whole real reason why I invited Mr. E-Rock. You see, Mr. E-Rock is a black man, black gentleman, African American, proper term, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Puerto Rican. Because I don't want to hear nobody say anything about me being racist. Because the debater knows why I'm saying that. Now, if you saw the debate, you saw the whole time I showed my face. He claimed he didn't have a camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, fine, no problem. He's saying that he had a good quality computer, an Xbox, a PlayStation, but he can't afford a camera. He could have done it off his phone, but I guess not. Now, if I told you to show your face and I'm showing mine, and you don't show it, who looks more of a coward than that person?
You got a point.
The same way that he says, I'm going to, but there, some people have been putting up videos of the debate saying they're exposing me.
Oh my goodness.
Exposing what exactly? My curtains? My beard?
These guys
that I have an opinion and a statement about set things about video games and my thoughts on multiplayer, or that I don't really care for multiplayer as I do for story-driven games? What are you exposing? Because I can still pay my rent. My family's still with me. I'm still alive. I have my health. So I'm not a criminal. I have a clean record. So what are you exposing exactly? Because I don't get what they say when they say, I'm going to expose you. See, now I could expose this gentleman for many reasons, because the gentleman tried to make it seem like I was being rude or like I got personal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you saw the entire video, you would see that I did it, and that was not my intent. He kept coming in and out, telling me, hold on. Well, I heard him laughing very softly because he had his boys on the other side. I guess on the Xbox or wherever, on a party chat, they were listening, and at the same time, they were all putting stuff on Facebook. Now, when they were putting stuff up on Facebook in the Bang Bang group, it kept coming to my phone while I was trying to debate them. So I was just getting aggravated because it was not going anywhere, and it was already almost 2.5 hours in, and I just told him, can you please tell your friend such and such, because like I said, I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. I'm not mentioning no names. They know who they are. To stop blasting my Facebook page or the thread, because he is not his girlfriend. Now, if I tell you, E-Rock, that he's not your girlfriend, am I being offensive? I'm telling you because you are a man just like me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I offending?
You breaking up, brother. It seems like I can hear you better when you sit back away from the. There we go.
What I was trying to say that I was telling him to tell his friends, because they were blasting me on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook, while we were debating, saying stupid things. And I told him that such and such person, I'm not mentioning his name because I'm not going to give him the satisfaction, like I said already, is not his girlfriend. That this would be between me and him, man to man. So tell
Mm-hmm.
him to stop bothering. Now,
Yeah.
if I said that to you when we're debating, am I getting personal?
I mean, not really. Like, why the boy got somebody else up in your business when you debating them? Like, I mean, that whole situation is crazy, and it got out of hand all because somebody wanted to prove that you're not a gamer. And if it
Right. Or that gaming is only equivalent and prevalent on PC and not
PC,
console.
and if you play multiplayer all the time, and here this man just showed you more games than a 12-year-old Asian kid. I mean, I must have counted at least 30 Xbox One titles alone. I mean, if this man's not a gamer, I don't know. I don't know what is. This whole generation is just confusing to me. I'm just confused. I'm confused by the people. I'm confused by these groups that want to tell you
Right, right.
how you can live your life, how you're supposed to live your gaming life, what you should be gaming, and what your gamer score should be, and telling you that you're a console peasant because you're not gaming on PC. It's just wrong, bro. It's just
But here's my thing. How are you exposing somebody if you first didn't show your face on camera for whatever reason?
you
And
escaped
that's the
out the.
reason why, and that's the reason why I'm doing this like this with you, because I genuinely do it, and all I have to do is go like this. I go, okay, no problem. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I turn it off, right?
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm,
as easy as that. I don't have to
mm-hmm,
show my face.
mm-hmm,
Turn it off. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. Go back on. Boom. Check it out. I'm back here.
mm-hmm,
You see? My
mm-hmm,
point was I wasn't hiding anything. And the only reason they were able to upload that video onto the Bang Bang group was because I didn't take it down from my YouTube channel.
mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't hiding anything. So how are you exposing someone that's allowing you because I didn't take it down? Because I can care less what anybody says if they don't know me. If you're all mature enough and saw the debate, you know that what I said was clear as day, and you would lead and read between the lines and understand where I was trying to come from. You would get where I was trying to say. Okay. Then towards the end of the conversation, the other point I wanted to point out, he asked me a question about Star Citizen. Now, I remember seeing the photos of Star Citizen, which had a ship, but I really genuinely thought it was an like a RTS because I was thinking of a game called Civilization, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you remember, which was an RTS back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. Also,
I remember
that's what
hearing
came to
about
my head.
I remember hearing about Civilization.
All right, that's why I said the wrong answer, but I also told him that I could be wrong. And he tried to make it seem dumbass that didn't even know what Civilization was. I'm not a PC gamer, number one, but I do know what the Star Citizen was, because the argument with that was Star Citizen is too demanding to be brought all in new consoles now. And I told him, maybe have you stopped to think the reason why is because it's being built on a brand new next gen engine that cannot be run on older hardware. But if you look at it really fast, it's only a ship in space with a lot of nice detail, but it doesn't look graphically demanding as for what you see so far. Does that mean it won't be at the end product? No. But I did tell him that graphically demanding games right now, if you play them on a PC, would be a game like a Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
say I
yeah.
didn't say I didn't say Xbox One. I said PC because you could run it at the fullest maximus capacity. Right? And he
Mm-hmm.
tried to tell me that GTA was more impressive.
Grand Theft
Which right
Auto.
there, yeah. Which right there, he just killed the whole argument because GTA is running on DirectX 9. It's an old ass engine
Mm-hmm.
from 360 that was just modified. And whoever believes that, you're retarded. Okay? That's like me saying that the Sonic 4 episode 1 on the 360 doesn't look better like the Sonic on Genesis, even though they have similarities. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, he goes on and gets in and gets out. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. Look, this is what I'm talking about. When you try to talk to somebody civil and they want to clown around. Because I heard him laughing. And he goes to me, what? I can't check on my girlfriend, right? And I said, I never said that. What do you mean your girlfriend? Oh, she was on Skype on the other line. I was checking up on her. And I said, what? So you're telling me that you had your girlfriend that entire time on Skype while we're debating?
Bullshit.
No. That's what he told me. And before we got into the debate live, he told me, I have my girlfriend on Skype, so we got to make this quick because I got to go tend to her. I said, okay, I'll do the best I can. These things are unpredictable. You don't know how long they're going to take. That's the point. Anything that you do in life. Period. So when he said that, I said, listen, man, I don't know about you, but I know I would never do that to my girlfriend or my wife. If you knew we had to debate, why didn't you just tell her that you would talk to her tomorrow, go to sleep, because you were going to debate with me and you didn't know how long it was going to take and you didn't want to make her wait, because that's what a gentleman does. And I told him, me being the man I am, and I consider myself a real man, I would never do that to my wife or my girlfriend. So then he took it personal. Said, what are you calling me? You didn't say I'm not a man? I said, I didn't say that. And you never hear me say that to him at all. He said, are you implying that I'm not a man? And I said, I never said that. All I said is that me being a real man, I would never do that. I was trying to kind of give him an advice, but I guess he didn't care. He said, well, let me tell you something. Me and my girl be on Skype all the time. You want to know my business? Blah, blah, blah. I said, no, it's not that I want to know your business. It's because it's fair to her. It's not the right thing to do. And any real man would know this. Now, if I told you this and we're debating, why would you tell your girlfriend to stay there? Why don't you just tell her to go so we can finish, because it's not fair? Maybe you feel it's not in my place to tell you, but would you feel like I'm disrespecting you?
First of all, first of all, I mean, any my my ex would have been like, "Look, you go and do what you got to
I
do.
know.
I'm not sitting. I'm not sitting here on Skype for an hour.
Right.
My ex wouldn't do it. Your wife
Well, it was
wouldn't do
almost
it.
2.5 hours. So.
Oh man, please. No way. No way. No way. Get out of here.
Well, listen. He said she fell asleep. I don't know the man's personal life to that point. So I'm not going to say yes or no. But if he did, that was not my intention. My intention was never to say, hey, you know what? So I said, hey, you know what? Basically, what I said to him was, I wouldn't do that to my girlfriend. Okay. Then he started all you're doing is joking around. I said, and why is it that you can't fight your battles by yourself as a man? Because it's debate between me and you. And you have your friends on one side in Xbox Live and your girlfriend on the other side. That's kind of fucked up. Like, what's the point in that? You can't fight your own battles, right? So then he goes on, oh, I'm going to read these threads. All y'all doing is laughing, joking. Oh, you don't want to know what they're saying about you. And he started reading the threads, and they were saying, oh, a real man would go take care of his family. Real man would take care of his kids. When I already knew my family was well in their place where they needed to be, and that they were fine. My wife and me been together 20 years, like I told him, and my wife is not going to cry because I wait, because I don't come to bed one night right away the way I'm supposed to, that I've been doing for the last 20 years. Okay, which is any man that's had a wife for a long time knows where I'm coming from. Okay, that's why I had asked him earlier about having kids, because you have to do things based on schedule. And when I was trying to set it up with him originally, he tried to make it seem like I was just trying to be an asshole, and then he was trying to say that I was trying to lie or whatever, or that I was afraid, in other words, right? Well, that was never my intent. Okay. Now, when I started speaking to him further on, if you notice, he left, and I asked him kindly, give me more time, because we still had not finished, because this debate's over. Because it didn't get anywhere. That's the bottom line. Didn't get anywhere. And in his mind, he believes he won. And in my mind, I know nobody won, because we didn't get anywhere. The point of a debate is that two people sit down and talk about a topic and have to prove with their set thoughts and opinions and what they believe in about that topic why it may not be the way it is, based on what that person's saying or the other person's saying. That is the point of a debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he went and said, your wife is going to get mad at you. She's probably laying down in her bed, waiting for you, horny, and needs some dick.
Why you worrying about my wife, bro? See, now I'm getting
No,
upset.
exactly.
Like, why?
See,
Why
see,
you?
but
Why
this,
you?
this, this is what he said. This is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
It may not have come in as well when we were talking because it was a lot of yelling and back and forth. But
Mm-hmm.
I heard him when he was talking on the headset. It's different when we're talking live here and people are listening to
Mm-hmm.
it. Okay, it's very different. And you could hear a lot more clearer. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes and then I say, all right, well, when you leave, I'll just keep talking, stay my business, say what I gotta say, and that's it. And when I was talking, I brought up in the subject saying, to be honest with you, if you keep doing things like that to your wife, to your girlfriend, she might end up fucking somebody else. And you're not gonna know that because you have a long distance relationship. Those were my exact words. Or almost 100% exact. Okay, because I gotta look at the video again, but that's what I said. You know, she might be fucking somebody else, and you're not even gonna know that because, to be honest, with you, long distance relationships don't really work out. It's been statistics, and it's been proven. Now, did I ever say at any point his girlfriend was? No, I didn't say that. Which the same way I never said to him, you know, that his girlfriend was a bitch, a whore, or this or that. That never came out of my mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here he goes spending day number 3 on the entire thread trying to roast me, or not trying, they were roasting me. I don't care. They were talking about me. I really didn't give a fuck because I know he was taking everything out of context anyway. And the ones that were following him, it didn't matter to me. So then he goes and continues with the situation. So I told him, look, you just proved exactly my point of what I told you, that you're a fucking coward because you're in here with other people that don't know me and that they have no idea who I am, talking about me, changing things up that we talked about in the debate or that we tried to talk about, and all types of things. When he didn't show his face, number one, he said he has his girlfriend. He said it himself on Skype the whole time. It wasn't that I brought it up and made that up and said something. And I clearly told, and he said to me, my wife was waiting for me in my fucking bed, probably mad, horny, and needed dick, which is
Oh,
very disrespectful because a wife is not a girlfriend. It's very different level, especially that I've been with my wife for 20 years. Very respectful woman. I took care of all my kids, never cheated on me, always been by my side, and always supported me on everything I do. Okay. And they were like, oh,
see,
well, look at all this time you're spending here. I've been doing this for 3 days because of the nonsense he started. And if you look at all my videos before that, I barely ever do podcasts. It's only when I'm able to. I do videos and that's it. Oh, you did a video 27 minutes. Who does that? What kind of man? Well, what kind of man stays on the thread the entire day? It's 7 o'clock in the morning that my phone started chiming to 10 o'clock at night or even more. Right now, that person that I'm talking about, he already said 2 things. I didn't even look at it. When you heard my phone, that was that person.
the way I
So
see
that
it,
means he's already on that means he's already on those threads and they're looking at the video, which was the whole point of it, actually.
the way I
Uh
see it,
so
the problem with, I don't mean to cut you off, man. The problem with this community, and
no,
I saw it today too. You know, with one of my videos, the problem with this community is too many people worrying about how you living. Their emotions
mm-hmm,
is too caught up in these video games, and
mm-hmm.
it's to a point where why you worrying about my wife, bro? Now see
Well,
that's fighting. No, 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 no. No, see, he bought you Latino man. We both from the hood. It is what it is. I try to be a gentleman, but I mean, if I'm married, or you start asking questions
now
about my wife, you took it to a
look,
whole different level.
look at this. Look at this. We're talking right now, right? He sent
Hmm.
me 2 texts, and this is what he said in the text. So I've been told you're getting personal yet again. Why the hell are you still talking about me and my girl? What the hell does that have to do with you? I'm going to try to be nice and ask you not to mention her again. If you do, I won't, I won't and can't be nice anymore. So basically,
You've been nice so
he,
far.
he he's saying that I'm being disrespectful, is what he's saying, right? When this guy, this gentleman, right? Because again, I'm not going to say his name. He said to me that me, okay, He went and put my personal pictures of my Facebook that I never had to put privately because there's no need to, and started making fun of me because I had thinning hair or on my hands because I was trying to put and post something up for, something else I did originally. Uh, uh, um, you know, and things of that nature, right? So basically, okay, basically, look, Mister, you know who you are. This is not about GTA. Yes, GTA was an equivalent of the Xbox 360 for computer. They might have used DirectX 11, DirectX 10. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. Okay. The point is not a game built with a new graphic engine like an Unreal Engine 4, and that is a fact. Or a software enhancer like a Mantle, Vulkan, or DirectX 12. I don't see how that's even relevant because that wasn't the reason why I brought it up. Okay. The point I'm saying is he got personal. I never said anything bad about his girlfriend, never called her any names. And when he wrote what he wrote, when he put that up, he said in the bottom, if you say something else, the next person is your wife, that bitch, or your bitch wife, or something like that,
Oh,
bitch, or bitch to me.
see,
Whatever the case
see.
may be. The point is, he tried to make a mockery out of it. So I had to reach out to the people that I needed to in charge because I guess he thinks I was going to lie about it because I guess I look like a queer, but yet I'm still here showing my face. And he never showed his in any way, shape, or form. Okay, that is getting personal because he's threatening to put my family in there. So I guess you must think that you could do something like that, which is called invasion of privacy and exposure to social media, that I can't press charges, right? I guess that's what you think. And what about if I told you that I have a family member that works for the government? What do you think about that? How would that make you feel if I can cat every single information about you? You're not funny, Mister. You know who. You never were. You never have been, and you're pretty pathetic, and it's pretty sad that you think, and you said it yourself, it ain't that serious, bro. It's gaming, but you took it personal, and you put my pictures in there on my Facebook. And if you're threatening me now, saying you're not gonna be nice anymore, you probably save more pictures of my wife and my family and put them up there. And I'm telling you now, if you do that, be ready to take the repercussions because it's not going out like that. I'm letting you know that right now. But it's no longer about gaming. You're making it personal. And all I said was that wasn't nice. And I would never do that to my girlfriend.
Bob, may I say
If you
something?
took it, yeah, absolutely.
Not to cut you off, bro. See, this is why, and Kate, and for those of you who are Hebot subscribers, and you wondering why Hebot is wasting his time with this guy, whoever he is, and why he's so upset about this, you heard what he said in the video. This other person who he tried to have a debate with posted pictures of his family
Mm-hmm.
from Facebook
Well,
on
he
the
he didn't really get to do it. He threatened that he would, but he put a post picture of me in my car driving
Mhm.
and started making fair that and started making fun that I had, you know, thinning hair.
But see, that's
Hey,
getting
listen, I'm 40 years old.
that's getting
That happens.
that's
That's
getting
not a big deal. It happens.
that's getting personal. That's getting personal. Worrying about somebody's wife, worrying about their hair, worrying about what they doing, worrying about how they living, just because you lost a debate about video games, or just because you butthurt about your PC or your PlayStation or your console. That's
Wait,
why
hold on,
vi-
hold on, hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
Yeah, hold on, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Mr. Debater, you know who you are. He just said that he didn't put anything underneath there. So you're telling me my wife herself was reading it on the computer while I was out on my phone, and she called me and told me because I wasn't the doctor, okay? The doctor that you wrote what you wrote and put my picture up, and at the very end, you said your wife is next. You threatened me of putting her picture. I would never do that to you. Because to be honest with you, even though we had this quarrel, I don't hate you because I don't know you. I don't care. And if you think I didn't save it as proof, believe me, I did.
He about
Before it was
this.
taken down.
This is why I shut these cats down, man. I said, excuse my French, man. I know this will be a PG show. We got a PG audience, but I got to get hood sometimes. This is why I am from Southwest Philly. This is why I shut these niggas down before this shit starts. Because when it gets
Mhm.
personal, because you butthurt about a video or something or a comment I made about your console, about your piece of plastic of choice, I let these guys know that this gaming is a hobby to me. It's not serious like that. My
Mhm.
priorities are my job, my paper, and pussy. And
Right.
if if
Mhm.
if 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 gaming is that serious to you that you gotta try to put a guy on blast or post pictures or talk about his wife or talk about his family, I am going to shut you the fuck down, which is why nobody comes after E-Rock 8150 because they've seen me get ghetto before. I don't give a fuck about your
Mhm.
piece of plastic. I don't give a fuck about your PlayStation. I don't give a fuck about your gamer score. I don't give a
Mhm.
fuck if you're the best at Halo. Leave. When you take it personal, then I take it to a different level. I
Mhm.
take it to a different level. And that's where Hebot is coming from. You made
Right.
this nice dude who wouldn't hurt a fly, who tries to help people out and has helped me out personally. You try to make a mockery of this man, that means that you are nobody. And that's why I don't hang out in Bang Bang Gamers or We Game Here, because you punk ass motherfuckers take this shit too seriously. Yeah, Erock said it. Come at me, bro. Come at me,
Now
Bang
look,
Bang or
look, you know,
whoever.
the reason why
Y'all take this shit too personal, man.
the point was it was a simple debate. It should have never gotten to that point. I get it, and I know that we both heated. That's fine. But I again, Mr. Debater, because he sent me some other text, and I'm trying to be polite. Even now in person, I said to him very clearly, I never bought. I simply stated that if you keep doing things like that to her, she will mess around and I do or fuck around behind your back to be exact because I'm not trying to lie about it. That's what I said. Now I also said I'm not saying that's the type of person she is. That would never come out of my mouth. That's all I said. But you weren't even there. I was doing it and saying because hey, I know you'll see this video later, so you can look over it and see whatever. And when you looked at it because somebody goes to you somebody was on the thread saying to you, "Oh man, you should see what he said about your girlfriend at the end. He disrespected you." I never ever, and the video is up. You can look at it. Tried to disrespect you. Okay, and to be honest with you, I mean, deep down, you could probably be a really nice person. That's irrelevant. I'm not saying you're not, but you put my pictures in my Facebook up, and you keep telling people I was crying. I'm not. This is not crying, dude. This is calling being an adult, being civil. You think that if I put it this way, put it this way, I didn't. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I said to you that if you kept treating her or doing things that way, she might do something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I never said she would do it. I said she might do something like that because long distance relationships don't really work. And I want to keep repeating the words because there's no point in doing that. Okay? And you just said to me that you said you keep her out and I'll keep your family out of it. You're talking about a girlfriend to the equivalent of a family. My dude, I have kids that are disabled. Do you really think the subject about your girlfriend is that is that delicate compared to a family? Do you think think if you take this out of hand, you can't go to jail? You really think you can? I hope you don't have no pictures saved and try something stupid. I really don't. Okay? See, he's saying, my girl's, okay, she's your fiance. That's great. Fantastic. Let your girl listen to it and tell me, when did I say your girl was actually going to do that? Tell me, please, where did you hear that out of my mouth? You never did. You never did. The point is, I would never put any pictures up, which I do have your pictures, by the way. If you think I don't, I do. I know what you look like. I know that you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I know that you live in Washington City, right? I told you I could play the same game with you. I also know, okay, that when you do things like this, there's repercussions. And I'm not, dude, it's not a threat. I'm not trying to tell you that I can post them up. I'm trying to tell you that you know I know your threats. I seen you when you were best man at your friend's wedding, I guess. Hanging around with a bunch of what looked to be very civil people. But let me tell you, my friend, what you're doing is not civil at all. I didn't say you lived in D.C., did I? I said Washington City. And I could be wrong. You could live in Florida. That doesn't matter. That's besides the point. All that is irrelevant. The point is, I know what you look like as well, even though you kept hiding yourself. And I haven't hidden myself the whole time. All I'm asking you, and all I'm telling you, is to be a gentleman. Be a man, and don't post and put my family's things up there. Because I never, ever got personal with you, with your lady. Listen. You could have kept trying to make fun of me the whole time. That was fine. Because I'm still here. Do you see me angry? I'm not angry, dude. I don't care what you or anybody says. Because you're saying to me, I won't get uncivil unless they get disrespectful. Dude, what do you mean that you mentioned quite a few times that not to mention her? We never was, I only said one time. I said, why would you not tell her to leave instead of waiting for you? What I will do is this. This is what I'll do. Because I think that's fair, and I think it's at least the right thing, right?
Y'all should squash this. That's what y'all should do. Y'all should both, with all due respect.
Well, I don't have,
yeah, y'all should both. I don't know who the guy is, man, but you know, the thing to do is to squash this, because
absolutely.
The only people that are being entertained is the people in the bang bang groups and these people on YouTube. Y'all two grown men, man. Squash this shit, man. Squash this shit.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't know who the boy is, man, but just I'm an old head, man. I'm 47. Well, just squash this, man. Just squash it.
Absolutely, but look, this is what I believe he looks. This is him, man. I don't even know if you can even see that.
Yeah, just whatever. I would just squash it, man.
The point is, squash it. The point is, okay, I know what he is. I know what he looks like, and I've never said anything personal to that level. I don't have a problem squashing it, but obviously, if he keeps on doing it and the threats, whether he does it or not because he involved everybody else, it's not. I can't stop him. That's his business. But I can't take somebody serious and respectful and squash something with somebody that's going to keep taking it to another level. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to invite you here, because you're a man and you're kind of like in the same situation as he is, right? Because you are a black gentleman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've had girlfriends. You probably have a girlfriend right now, or maybe you're single. Who knows? It's not my business. Even though I do know, but I'm not going to put it out there. You know, that's your business.
I don't let.
But
shit,
if I talk to,
I don't let shit get this far, man. I'm sorry.
Right,
I'm sorry, but I don't. No offense, bro. There's nobody like me. I'm a grown ass man. I don't let shit get this out of hand because from where I'm from, where shit get out of hand, you know what I mean, motherfuckers start pulling heaters. You understand what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so so that's why that's why we
I,
that's why we don't let shit get to your
right.
moms, your wives, your car, your
No.
house. That did
Mo-
now
mo-
now now
Moms
now
and grandmothers and kids alone is a no-no.
now,
Yeah.
now that's getting personal. So like
Mhm.
just squash it. Number one, it's about video gaming, and if your wives or your girlfriends found out that two grown men was arguing about video gaming, y'all both get a frying
Right.
pan upside
Right.
your head. Two,
Fanta- fan-
two, two,
fantastic point.
two,
Yes.
two. If you
Mhm.
keeping up this beef to entertain them clowns at Bang Bang, look, them clowns at Bang Bang don't care about you, bruh. You entertainment for them.
Exactly.
Y'all two,
Exactly. That's what I said.
y'all two be
I don't care
men.
about this stuff.
Y'all two be men and squash this shit, and you might find out that y'all got a lot in common.
Right. 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 Well, I
That's
mean,
my take on it.
the fact it's not, no, and it's a great take. And then like I said, I don't hate the guy because I don't know him.
Yeah, yeah, man.
This was
Like,
supposed to be in good fun. This was
yeah,
supposed to be in good fun. I wasn't trying to get personal when I said what I said to him. I told him what I said because I was in shock that he would leave his girlfriend that long at that moment. That's all it was. It never said anything like bad. It wasn't. That was the only reason I said that. Okay. And when he left, um, um, wait a second. He sent something to me. Let me read. Fair enough. Fair enough, Mr. Debater. Fair enough. He's saying, I'm willing to squash it.
man, that's
Don't
what's
bring
up.
anything else, and,
That's what's
and
up.
that's fine.
That's
That's
what's
fair
up.
enough.
That's what's
Because
up.
the only reason I'm saying this, Mr. Debater, live in another video, is because the point I wanted to get was I didn't want the people at Bang Bang to really think I was trying to disrespect you. I wasn't. That was never my intent, and I'm man enough to tell you that I would never do that to anybody, even if she's just a girlfriend. That's not the point. But when you said to me, my wife was in the bed, probably mad, horny, and maybe needing some dick, that's when I got upset because you made it personal right there. Because that's my wife of 20 years, the, the mother of my children. You understand? And that is why I got upset. And I just didn't want people, to think that I was a bastard or disrespectful because just like you and me, we're both two human beings. We're both grown men, just like Mr. Erock pointed out. And Mr. Erock, this man is a fantastic person. This man has grown on me like we've been knowing each other for years. And I don't know him like that. But if I spoke to him the way I would try to speak to you, he would have never took it the wrong way. I don't know why. It's just maybe it was the heat of the moment then, Mr. Debater. Maybe you got upset because of the heat of the moment. I don't know. Maybe. And if you just say sorry, you don't have to say it in public. You can send me the message. That's good enough for me. And I'm telling you, please, and I'm begging you out of respect, not to post anything up about my family. You can say something about me. That's fine, because it's all in good humor. It's all in good fun. It's cool, and we're joking around. That's what we used to do back in the day, anyway. But don't bring my family into this.
Yeah, man. He said he was going to squash it, and that's what's up, man. That's how you
Oh
see what
no,
happens,
absolutely.
audience. That's how it was done. Two grown men, they had a misunderstanding. It got out of hand in the Bang Bang group, and they squashed it. And that's how it's supposed to be done, man. That's how it's supposed to be done. And now the both of y'all can move on with your lives, man. That's how
Mm-hmm.
you supposed to handle shit.
Well, that was my intention. My
See,
intention
see,
was just
see,
to clear it.
See, y'all gotta excuse me, man. I'm older. I used to get into all them arguments with dudes and Bang Bang and all these groups. Now I just
Mm-hmm.
squash it like, bruh. I try to diffuse it
There's
with
no
humor
point.
because like, dude, listen, man. I got the government after me for student loans. Ain't shit you can say
Mm-hmm.
to get me upset, bro. So let's, you know what I mean? My man, he squashed it. That's what's up. That's what's up. I can appreciate that.
I hear you, Mr. Debater. But could you at least apologize for putting the pictures you did up yesterday? That would mean a lot to me. It really would. That's all I ask. And you don't have to do it in public. Just send me the text because I know it's you because you're the only one doing it. So I know it's you. And like I said, anyway, Iraq, like I was trying to say, thank you for joining me first and foremost.
Hey, man,
My like I said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
anything for you, bro. You my Latino brother from another mother. Anything for you, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we lived around the way, we'd probably hang out pretty cool most of the time. I'm pretty
You
sure.
you
Yeah, but again,
can you have a beer? You don't drink, do you?
oh, absolutely. But we
We,
do the digital beer thing here on
that's
Clubhouse.
right. The digital beer. The digital beer. And
Yeah,
and
that's what we
and,
do.
and props to whoever Mr. Debater is, man, for being a man and squashing the nonsense, man. I don't know you, bro, but respect, man. Because at the end of the day, we get into these arguments about this nonsense, but at the end of the day, we all men, and we realize that there's a lot worse things going on out here than arguing about some nonsense. So respect to you for being willing to squash the nonsense. Respect, bro.
Right. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. He sent me another text. He's saying, as long as you apologize to me for bringing my girlfriend up, I'll do apologize for threatening for your family. And okay, you said what you said about my wife first when I asked you about why you had your girlfriend waiting there. I don't know. I don't know why you feel that that was offensive because it wasn't. I was trying to say to you that if you knew you were debating with me, why leave her waiting? Hey, maybe your girlfriend didn't mind. That's fine. But I didn't say anything disrespectful first. I did it afterwards. But you know what? I apologize for even mentioning or telling you how to run your life with your girlfriend.
That's what's
I
up.
put it like that. I do it
That's
that way.
that's
It's
what's up.
fine. Okay. Because again, like I said, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, that's not my intent in the first place. It was never my intention. I never meant to say anything disrespectful. So, Mr. Debater, you know who you are. And the reason why I don't keep bringing up the name and won't is because there's no need to. You know who you are. I apologize if I've made you feel that I was being disrespectful by bringing up the situation about your girlfriend being on Skype. I apologize. Okay? As man to man, I apologize. The best I could through these videos. All right. And to my audience, that's basically what I wanted to uh, clear up. Because I didn't want people to think that I was trying to be uh, you know, cool deal. Cool. Cool deal. I'm cool with you too, bro. I don't have like I said, I never did. That's the whole point. To be quite honest with you, when we started the conversation, when I said about the debating, I thought it was because I was excited. I thought it would have been, a lot of fun, even if we didn't know each other. And that was really where I was trying to get at. And I thought it would be something good and kind of like fresh because I know other people have done it to bring to the channel for entertainment purposes. But it's difficult because we didn't have enough of I guess a connection with one another because we didn't speak until that point. But like I said, that was never my intent. I do apologize. Okay, and to the audience, I'm glad and thank you for joining us. Mr. Debater, you can look at the entire segment if you have or if you wish. You can see that it was all with respect. I never went and I never went. Oh, it does run in DirectX 12. Oh, okay, I can see that. Well, because they modified it and they do you know if they build different? Okay, all right. That's what I said. DirectX 11, but it was modified. That's the reason why it looks as nice as it do. You mean GTA? Yeah, you're right. I knew that. I just said that it was built from 360 from DirectX 9 equivalent, and they had to keep it equivalent when they brought it over, but they used DirectX 11. Oh, thank you for clearing that for me. I appreciate it. Thank you. E-Rock, thank you for joining me. Sorry if I took your time.
No, man.
Uh, I basically wanted to do this because I didn't want it to get more out of hand. Um, I didn't really bother that the gentleman, on the threads were being funny, because people do that. That's what they do. They try to be funny, and that's fine. I just didn't want it to get out of hand like it did with the Facebook pictures and stuff like that. Because I just thought at that point it was just pointless. It was stupid. And to be honest to you, Mr. Debater, I'd rather establish a friendship with someone new, like yourself and like Mr. E-Rock, than keep quarrels. There's no point. It's gaming. It's all in fun, like we originally said.
Especially over these
You know,
pieces of plastic, because all of these things, these game consoles, these PCs, they're going to be discounted items in 4 years.
right. Well,
So it's like,
the point is that we're always going to get something new, and the point is that whatever console we may be able to, prefer because of that's just what we like, or money wise, or whatever. At the end of the day, as long as we're having fun, that's what matters. You know. And I hope I cleared out the whole situation and misconception or the way it came out in the debate about the multiplayer. Okay. But as a gamer, I do feel that I have that right to feel that or think that way. But I explained what exactly I was talking about, and I hope that came through. E-Rock. So I'm gonna get going, and my viewers, thank you once again for joining me. I'm supposed to do another cast this evening, late evening with Mr. Sega Forever.
excellent.
If you're welcome to join us, if you want, you're welcome to join us either by being there or if you want to watch and view. I'm supposed to do it, I believe, in his channel. And, everybody keep it gaming, Mr. Debater. Like I said, I apologize. I think if you send the apology, thank you for the apology. And, I hope it never has to get out of hand again with you or anybody for that matter. Because, like I said, I don't have no quarrels with nobody. It's no point. It's all gaming at the end of the day. And as long as we're happy and we love what we're doing, that's what matters. So, everyone, have a good night. And thanks again for joining. And E-Rock, again, thank you for your time. Kind man, kind friend, my brother from another console, my brother from another mother, whatever you want to say. And I hope that this video serves its purpose and maybe even prove something in the near future for others, for other people that might get in the same bind as me and Mr. Debater, to show you that, real men just could, work it out as men and not to have to take it too far.
A kaleidoscope, Black Bond. Watch this video. Squash y'all bullshit.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Take heed from this.
Oh, sure, no problem. We can discuss it at another time. And like I said, my point and that I was trying to talk to you originally wasn't that I'm trying to say that PC gaming is not better than a console. My point is that if you're a console gamer, you can still, or at least my point, you can still enjoy gaming, and that's what matters. I guess you can enjoy gaming on a tablet for that matter. It's just a different time now than it was before. Before there was limitations. We don't have limitations. We have many options, and that's what makes it beautiful. Because as gamers, we have many options, but we can't downplay each other's side just because we have preference, and that's the truth. You understand? So, E-Rock, have a good night, my friend.
You too, my friend.
And if you want to join us later, like I said, I'll be more than happy to send you the link, and you can join us. All right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, have a good night. Thanks again, Mr. Debater, for taking the time. Have a good night.